We felt at the ministry that it's important that we reach out to the family and that let the family understand that we will do all in our powers to investigate the matter. And if our officers who have been named in this very unfortunate incident is found to be culpable, then the full extent of the law will apply. And we just want the public and the family to understand that's the position that the ministry is taking and the department is taking.
Whenever we encounter these matters, there's always the question of culpability, which investigation is trying to determine, but also liability. Mm-hmm. Is your meeting here a sort of acquiescence that the state may indeed have liability for Mr. Major's death?
As you know, in these things, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, when we investigate and we find out exactly what the circumstances are, then we will have to deal with it. If it means that our people have acted in a manner, and I say if our people have acted in a manner where they should not act in that manner and cause the loss of Mr. Major's life, and the state is then at a point where they are held responsible, then the state will have to do right to the family.
CEO, is there a clear and defined rules of engagement for vehicular pursuits, particularly in a case that ended up with shots being fired?
In downtown.
The police has their procedures, and I believe that the entire circumstances leading up to this incident will be investigated, and those procedures will be bring to bear.
Is it a concern for the ministry that one of the officers in the pursuing vehicle is a re-enlisted man and a cop who was killed?
Well, I wouldn't go there, Jules. If the person was given a second chance, there must have been a good reasons why the commissioner, in his right, have given that person a chance. So I wouldn't comment any further on that.
The purpose of the meeting was to convey their sympathies to the family and to assure the family that they would be doing all within their power to ensure that there is a proper, thorough investigation into this matter. As you know, Allyson was ruthlessly gunned down yesterday on Albert Street, unjustifiably so. Absolutely nothing warranted police officers who are hired and paid by the state to protect and serve us to be shooting at citizens in motor vehicles. The only scenario that would prompt an officer to respond in that manner is if Allyson or an occupant in his vehicle were firing shots back at the police, and that would result in a shootout. Absolutely nothing of the sort took place. Imagine, Jules, just for 1 second, driving down South Street, 2 police vehicles pull up behind you and start shooting at you. Just imagine that for a second. Are you going to stop your vehicle, get out and get murdered, or will you continue driving? Allyson continued to drive up Regent Street. The family suspects he was trying to take refuge and go to the Queen Street police station. He had nothing incriminating on him. All this nonsense about him throwing things out of the vehicle. Everybody knows that if you throw something out of the vehicle, somebody may pick it up 1 mile back. Absolutely nothing of the sort. And so they thought that he was taking refuge at the police department. He was on his way there because he was being fired upon. Whether this police thought he was some other person, mistaken identity, whatever the case may be, it is totally unjustified. We now have criminals wearing uniform, Jules. And so the state is not protecting us. They're not protecting the citizens. We have no reason to feel safe anymore in this country. And it's from top to bottom, Jules. The government, everybody, it's just a lawless state that we're living in.